This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Truro and Penwith College and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. The final leg of his cross-UK journey was the toughest, on board the Scillonian III sailing into St Mary's in rough seas. Mark Pennell made it from John O'Groats in the north of Scotland to the islands without spending any cash in 47 hours. Mark was getting over his seasickness and sleep deprivation when we spoke to him at the Star Castle Hotel, and he told us how he felt.
Absolutely knackered. No, it's been amazing, absolutely amazing. That last boat trip, though, finished me off because it was really rough and I felt very, very sick. So.
Did you think, when you set off on the challenge, that you'd be able to do it, that people would, in these times of people being suspicious and doubting, they'd actually, offer such kindness?
I thought there would be a mixture, but to be honest, on the whole, people were absolutely amazing. You get the odd negative person, don't you? But on the whole, people have been fantastic and better than I could have imagined, really. So yeah, really good.
So you turned up at John O'Groats. I thought you were going to be wearing shorts for some reson, or have you
acquired
trousers?
Yeah, I started with shorts and a t-shirt and a pair of trainers. So I've gone 2 days gradually collecting items of clothing. Somebody gave me these trousers. A shop got me this shirt to support the cause. I've actually got a shirt and tie for dinner this evening. So and it's a good job because it was pretty cold a lot of the time.
So tell us about the journey then. You were dumped effectively at John O'Groats on Sunday afternoon.
I was dumped at John O'Groats 2:30 Sunday afternoon and arrived here exactly 47 hours later.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
I mean, even if you had hired a car, you obviously could do it in a day, but it's not that much quicker.
No, not that much quicker. And it was amazing. One time I got out of one car and literally a car pulled in behind and he went to fiddle with his wheel or something and I asked him if I could have a lift and off I went again. So it was just incredible.
You've got to face people must trust.
I don't know what it is, but it was just very smooth. Occasionally I was waiting for, say, half an hour, something like that. But most of the time I would get a lift pretty quickly. I had a tour bus with a band who picked me up. I was able to get some sleep. I had a train from Plymouth to Penzance. The station master there, First Great Western, organised me a free ride, which was brilliant. I had any number of people in cars, including one guy who seemed to be some kind of secret agent. So I had all sorts of things going on. Yeah.
So that's the thing that would worry a lot of people, because you accept a lift from a complete stranger. Did you take lifts from anybody that you thought, hang on a minute, I'm not quite sure about these people?
No, there was the odd person I avoided asking because I thought, yeah, he looks like he might kill me. But on the whole, no, it was fine.
So what was the longest time you had to wait for a lift then?
Just over half an hour. Yeah,
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
And I followed your updates or your team's updates on Google.
Yeah.
You had a doctor that really showed you kindness by letting you stay at his accommodation.
He let me stay, yeah. And I also had a bit of a tooth problem which needed an antibiotic. He also sorted me out an antibiotic. So, yeah.
That's great service, isn't it?
Mm.
So what was the highlight of the journey for you?
The highlight. What would the highlight be? I think one of them would be finding that tour bus, because I was dumped at these services and they were absolutely dead 3 o'clock in the morning in Glasgow, and there was just this one bus. And buses generally don't pick you up if they're officers, they're commercial buses. So finding there was a band on there, and obviously we're a music charity, and I've toured on a tour bus, and finding that, I thought, this is great, because it means I could lie down as well and get some sleep and be on the move as well. So that really was a huge thing. That got me from Glasgow to Staffordshire. What
was the name of the band? Are you going to go and see them to repay the kindness?
They're actually a show band. You don't really go and see them. They're a brilliant band, apparently. I've never heard them, but the guys back at the office have been checking them out. They do weddings, but sort of top celeb weddings and all that kind of thing. They've got a name, something like, if I can remember it right, something like Givec or something like that. Givec, I think it is, something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head quite, but it's quite an unusual name. But they're good guys, really helpful. And the bus driver gave me a hoodie that someone had left on the on the bus, so that was good.
So, what's your top tip then for anybody that either wants to repeat your challenge or get stranded somewhere?
Don't do it. No, my top tip. I think rather than just thumbing lifts and that kind of thing, if you're doing something for charity, be extremely courteous and explain yourself really well, and try and get people to understand. Be enthusiastic. Try and get them to understand what you're raising money for, and make sure you've got. I mean, I had like a badge and I had all the stuff to make it official, so people aren't concerned, and they can always ring the office or check it online. But yeah, be courteous, be enthusiastic, be polite, and it's amazing what people will give.
Now, your whole mission was to raise 85 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, we set a massive target for the reason that we didn't want to sort of reach the target easily. At the moment, we just passed 20,000, but money is still coming in. There's room for a few people to come in with big donations. We didn't want to sort of set an easy target, but we're delighted with whatever we bring in. I mean, it's been fantastic.
But you brought in 20 grand just from this?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It makes light of it saying sort of 2 days' work, because you didn't know, do you? You could have been doing it for weeks.
I could have been a long time, yeah, but I did it much quicker than I thought I would. So.
Was it hard being parted from your mobile?
That was difficult. It felt very odd to start with. I've got this tracker on, which is a bit of a sort of, I don't know if you can see it, that's sort of like a James Bond tracker.
Oh, is that how they got the updates from where you were?
Yeah, and there's two or three numbers in it. There's 2 numbers that can ring me, 3 numbers that can ring me, and 2 that I can ring. But it kept dying because the power sucks out of it really, really quickly. So, but it was great because I managed to keep topping up the power, and it was a great way for everyone to sort of follow online where I was getting to.
So when you're leaving the islands, you're at the Star Castle now, obviously.
Yes, thank you, Star Castle. Amazing. I'll go back tomorrow. Yeah.
You're not going to hook up with any of the churches on the islands?
I might do. Yeah, might go and say hi. Yeah.
It seems like you just want to sleep.
I do at the moment, yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for staving off sleep for a couple of minutes and talking with us.
Thank you very much.
Well
Thanks
done.
for your support.